Hi everyone, this is module number 158 for the subject of strategic human resource management. In this module, we will talk about the impact of employee voice on outcomes. I hope you people remember when we say outcomes, outcomes can be for both parties, that is, the employee and the employer. So, what would be the impact of employee voice or voice of the employee if given an opportunity to be raised on both parties? In the last few modules, we have talked about different types of voices. For example, we have been talking about conflictual voice and consensual voice. So, consensual voice that is raised when employees are having genuine concerns, and even they can have a genuine concerns when there is a conflictual voice, but something which is good for the organization and good for themselves. So there is evidence that employee perceptions of voice have a positive effect or impact on employee outcomes, such as organizational commitment. A lot of research has investigated what could be or what is the potential of the employee voice on employee outcomes. So one thing is, or organizational outcomes, is organizational commitment. Research suggests that when there is an opportunity to raise the voice, employees show a greater level of commitment with their organization and with their supervisors. What else? Employee engagement. We will talk about employee engagement, what it is, and what is the definition of employee engagement in the next chapter. However, at this time, it is a kind of a positive state or positive psychological state employees have when they are at work. In other words, they are engaged with their work and they are engaged in their jobs. So, another studies or different studies, they have also found that when employees have given the opportunity to raise their voice, even both type of voice, I say, the employee retention is greater. And on the other hand, employees' intentions to leave the organizations are lesser. So next thing is employee identification. That is, employees identify themselves with the organization. I hope you people remember and you people can understand that is a psychological thing, who you are and what kind of organization you want to work for is important for everyone. So employee identification is employees think that, oh yes, this is the kind of organization I want to work for. This is the kind of organization that really represents or has similarities between my values and the organization values. So employee identification is also an important aspect of employment relations and the employee outcomes. So organizational performance can be measured in terms of financial aspects and other aspects. So there can be a long list of outcomes as a result of voice of the employee. But the question is how and why. So here there is a brief explanation to the past research which has taken almost more than 60, 70 years in the field of industrial relations and employment relations. So voice can contribute to perceptions of fairness. Why there are positive outcomes when employees have an opportunity to raise their voice. One reason is that it influences employees thinking that they are treating fairly. A positive impact on the employee and line manager relationship. When you have a say in the organization and when you have a say to your supervisor or line manager, you feel there is a positive relationship and employer feels there is a positive relationship between an employee and an employer. On the other hand, employee may feel valued as well. There is a relational theory in organizational justice, and it suggests that when you are asked about your opinion, you feel that you are a valued member of an organization. Simply, for example, when you ask the child that what is your choice, what you want to do, so the child may feel empowered, and the child may feel valued. Yes, my opinion matter at home. So similarly, when employees are asked or employees have given the opportunity to raise their voice, employees feel that, oh yes, we are the valued member of this organization. And lastly, on contrary, when employees don't have opportunity for voice, exit may be their response. And I hope you people recall that when we were talking about the exit, we were talking that it may not be the physical exit, it could be psychological withdrawal. Employees may exist in the organization, may not have left the organization, but they have psychologically left the organization, or mentally they have left the organizations. They may not bother about the organization or issues in the organization anymore. So, in a summary, the research suggests that the voice of the employee has a greater benefits for both parties, for employees and for the organization. And definitely, there can be a long list of outcomes, and which cannot be summarized here, which cannot be discussed here. The positive outcomes of employee voice, but it is very easy to understand. Just look at that. If you have given an opportunity in your organization to raise your voice, or the other situation, if you have not given the opportunity to raise the voice for those things which are really concerned to you, what would be your response? Thank you.